Hi, Paul Sanni here again, talking about sound design in your NLE to make your spots pop. So a simple little technique that I use a lot is parallel mixing of sources. And it kind of goes back to the days when I was a music engineer. I process something on one track and mix it underneath and mix it with the original source, achieve a little bit more kind of clarity out of the second track than the first track by itself. This piece of music is a good example. So I'll just play the music track from APM that I used. But it needed a little something more, I felt, to give it a little edge and also make it pop on a small speaker. So I use the Sans amp a lot. This is my go-to guitar amp in the Avid. It's a stock plug-in. This or 11, which is another Avid made plug-in, I find works really well. So, I run it on a second track. And what it's doing is it's kind of giving it a little bit extra punch and drive and high frequency. And it's allowing that mid-range to kind of really poke through. And so it's mixed underneath, and both of them together. So, that part, this little, kind of the melodic line that's happening right in here. It really kind of pokes through a lot more when you when you add that in on a second track. Of course, the other thing this is adding that, you could do this with an EQ on this second track, and then you could also feed it into a reverb and create a little bit of space around that high frequency component on the track. But the thing the amp adds is it adds a little bit of drive to it too. And you have a bunch of categories within this plugin: punch, buzz, crunch, drive. You can tailor how much of the drive you want or not much at all. It'll add a little something to the track to allow it to pop on small speakers like iPhones or televisions or computer displays. And then you're getting the kind of the low frequency component out of the main track. Now this is really, I break this out when I have a track that I feel like is most of the way there, or a sound effect that is most of the way there, but it just needs a different characteristic to make it kind of just pop in the mix.